Good morning, students. Today we'll see the definition of the conic sections, ellipse, parabola, hyperbola in terms of their construction. So in the last classes, we have seen the reason for this shape formation, right? It was because of cutting a cone into pieces, right? So cutting a cone in three different ways, we get three different shapes, right? They are namely parabola, hyperbola, and ellipse, right? We have seen in what way we cut, what is the shape we are going to get. Those things we are done with in the last class, right? So today, let us start uh, how to construct them, definition according to their construction, right? Now, I will write. Once again, I am writing heading as conic section. So conic sections so now in terms of the construction, conic section is defined as a curve that is the locus of a point moving in a plane in such a way that its distance from a fixed point to a fixed straight line is always constant. That is the conic section. Right? I will write down. So slowly we explore into this topic. You will understand the meaning of all the terms and the concept behind it. Right? Let me write the definition. Let me write with the pen. Is defined as a curve which is the locus of a point moving in a plane moving in a plane in such a way that its distance from a from a fixed point to a fixed straight line is always constant. So what he is saying is there will be a point which moves on a plane surface, right? So while moving, it has to satisfy a condition that its distance from a fixed point to a fixed straight line is always constant. So its distance from a point to a straight line, the ratio, I have forgot that it's that here you need to add in such a way that the ratio, I will write here, the ratio of its distance, the ratio of its distance from a fixed point to a fixed straight line is always constant. So that is the definition of a conic section in terms of its construction. Let us see what are all these points, right? Moving point, the point which moves and generates the curve is called vertex. Moving point is called vertex and it is denoted by V. Next, fixed point is called focus. It is denoted by F. Next, fixed straight line. See, you all are supposed to write in your notes. Fixed straight line is called as directrix. It is denoted by AB. Next, I will write eccentricity. So eccentricity is the ratio. What ratio? The distance of the distance between moving point and fixed point divided by the distance between moving point and fixed straight line is called eccentricity. Right? Let me write the definition. Right? See, I am taking definition from this only. Everything lies in this. Right? Now, the ratio of the distance between moving point and fixed point to the distance between moving point and fixed straight line. Is called as eccentricity. It is denoted by small e. Okay, that is the ratio eccentricity. So eccentricity E is equal to what? It is the ratio. What ratio? Distance between moving point to fixed point. Next, distance between moving point to fixed straight line. That is the eccentricity. So eccentricity E is equal to distance between moving point to fixed point. Moving point is V and fixed point is F. Vf divided by, and the next distance between moving point is V and fixed straight line is denoted by AB, but a point on the fixed straight line is denoted by C. So now this C is a point on the fixed straight line. So this C represents the fixed straight line. Okay, so this is the formula which you are supposed to remember for the construction. E is equal to Vf by Vec. Okay, so if you say that you are done with copying this written part, then I will move on to the next. So please respond if you are done with it. Right. I'll move to the next part. I'm turning the page. So next is ellipse. I will define ellipse in terms of its construction. So what is conic section? What we have defined in a simplistic way, we can say that a curve in which eccentricity is constant, it is called as a conic curve or a conic section, isn't it? That is what we have defined. If you could see that entire definition, what we have written in that, we speak about only the eccentricity. Whenever that E is constant, then it is a conic section or a conic curve or simply a conic. Now, what is the eccentricity of the ellipse? Yes, speak out. Yes, what is the eccentricity of ellipse? Yes, it is less than 1. Eccentricity is less than 1. For parabola, it is equal to 1. For hyperbola, it is greater than 1, isn't it? So, whenever eccentricity is constant, we'll say that it is a conic curve or a conic section. Whenever the eccentricity is constant and is less than 1, we'll say it as ellipse. Whenever the eccentricity is constant and is equal to 1, then it is parabola. Whenever eccentricity is constant and is greater than 1, then it is hyperbola. Right. So again, we need to write the same definition 3 times for these conic curve. Right. So I'm writing ellipse is defined ellipse is defined as a curve which is generated by the locus of a point moving in a plane in such a way that its distance from a fixed point to a fixed straight line is always constant, and is less than 1, then it is ellipse. So what we have written here, simply E is less than 1, then it is ellipse. I'll read out once again. Ellipse is defined as a curve which is generated by the locus of a point moving in a plane in such a way that its distance from a fixed point to a fixed straight line is always constant and is less than 1. At the end, I have added and is less than 1. Then it becomes ellipse. What is parabola? See, at last I will add 2 to 3 words. Then it becomes parabola. Entire definition is same. See, I will copy as it is from the previous definition. Parabola is defined as a curve which is generated by the locus of a point moving in a plane in such a way that the ratio of its distance from a fixed point to a fixed straight line is always constant and is equal to 1. See, in the above, I forgot again, once again, same, such a way that its distance, here I have to add, in such a way that the ratio of its distance, here I will add the ratio of its distance. See, that is here. In such a way that the ratio of its distance from a fixed point to a fixed straight line is always constant and is less than 1. So in this, what it is equal to 1 is parabola. So if you are done copying this, please let me know. We will move to the next topic. So I'm waiting for your response. Please do let me know when you are done copying this. Any doubts, please ask. response from only one student that is done copying it. What about others? Okay, okay. I'll wait for 1 more minute. Those who are completed, I think they can write the next definition, hyperbola definition. Yeah, hyperbola is defined as a curve which is generated by the locus of a point moving in a plane in such a way that the ratio of its distance from a fixed point to a fixed straight line is always constant and is greater than 1. If E is greater than 1, then we'll say it is hyperbola. So copy it soon. Next, I will explain the concept of construction, this conic section, directly through the figure by drawing the figure. As one student said, he is done with copying it. So I am moving on to the next page, right? Now let us see the construction of the conic section. Right? Let me write the question related to it. Construct a parabola, comma, take eccentricity as 3/2 and focus 50 mm. So this is the question. And what is given in the question? F equal to 50 mm and eccentricity E equal to 3/2. That is equal to, what is the formula? Vf by Vc. This formula you are supposed to remember. Vf by Vc. Right. So that is given in the question. So next let us draw the figure. Take your drafter in its see, all of you draw with me. So take your drafter in your basic position.
Sir, parabola means you said E equal to 1, no, sir?
Yes, I have to change the question. It is not parabola, it is hyperbola. Greater than 1. 3/2 is greater than 1. So we are supposed to construct hyperbola. Thank you. So change in question, it is hyperbola, not parabola. As you said, it is equal to 1. Now, listen carefully. Draw a vertical line with 2H pencil of any length. You name that vertical line as AB. Okay. Now, after that, you mark a point anywhere on that line. Name that point as C. Okay. AB of any length, and you mark a point anywhere on that line and name it as C. Now through C, you draw a line, a horizontal line of any length. That is up to you. Right? Now, this AB line is called directrix, and point C is the any point, point on the directrix, and this horizontal line is the axis. Now, once we are done with drawing the axis and directrix, next we are supposed to mark the focus on the axis. So how much the focus is given? It is given as 50 mm. It is the focus point F. Okay, now, so we got point C, point F. In the formula, if we see, we have Vf by Vc. So C and F are there. C and F are there, but V is not there. V will be somewhere in between these two. So we need to mark the exact location of that V. V is a moving point. This point F is a fixed point. It will be same. It will not move from its position. And this point C represents this directrix, which is a fixed straight line. Okay, it will direct the curve to generate. Right. Now, next, we need to mark that vertex V, moving point. Now, so in order to mark that, we need to take the help of the eccentricity that is given, which is 3/2. Right? Vf is 3, Vc is 2. Vf is 3 divisions, Vc is 3 divisions. So 2 divisions. So 3 plus 2 is 5. That means we are supposed to divide this into 5 equal parts, right? So directly you can take like 3 by 2 or 3 plus 2 is 5. So the space, this space you need to divide into 5 equal parts. See, since the focus is given 50 mm, it is very easy to divide using your scale. But whenever it is some awkward length, you are supposed to make use of what line dividing method to divide the given space into any number of parts. Am I clear? Now, let us mark 5 divisions. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. Can you see? This is the 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is the 5th point. Now, VF is 3. Okay, na? So 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. So this will be 0, 1, 2, 3. So this will be vertex V. You need to check. VF is 3 divisions. You see 1, 2, 3. And VC must be 2 divisions. 1, 2. So that means this is the exact location of V, vertex. In that way, you need to locate the vertex point V. Right. If you could locate the vertex correctly, then it is very easy. Is it clear the location of the vertex point, everyone? Please respond. It's only 1 or 2. Why always only 1 or 2? What about other students? Are you active or not? After this, what you are supposed to do is to draw vertical line through vertex point. Okay. Okay. Now you take compass. One student is asking to explain once again. See, whatever the eccentricity that is given, you need to add that. Here it is 3 and 2. 3 plus 2 is 5. So you need to divide this space into 5 equal parts. Right? You see, this is 1, 2,